Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Many moons have passed since I last did a video, so I thought what better way to get back into it than play some Elite Dangerous. The gameplay has changed drastically since I last did a video on this, as well as the graphics have also been improved. So today we're going to be taking a look at mining. So here's what you'll need on your hard points. But really all you need is the seismic charge launcher, really, if you're looking for the good stuff. You'll also need a pulse wave analyzer. The core internal on the ship doesn't really matter too much as long as you've got a good power plant, and I'd also take some good thrusters. So I'm going to be taking with me about, 96 tons of cargo. I dropped my shield generator down from a class 6 to a class 5 to make more room. You'll also obviously need a refinery, as well as collector limpet, prospector limpet, and the detailed surface scanner you will also need so that you can find the hotspots. So the most valuable commodity used to be painite, which you still do get quite a nice amount for, as well as low temperature diamonds. But today we're going to be taking a look at void opals, and currently this station's giving 1.6 million per ton. So what you want to do next is get yourself on pristine metallic ring finder and find yourself a pristine ring. I'm using at the moment Delcar, which is obviously very popular. And then you'd go on the Elite Dangerous database obviously to try and find the best price, which I do believe at the moment void opals and the new things that you can mine are not actually available to choose, so I'd go for low temperature diamonds. It's also worth mentioning now that I'm fairly sure you can only find void opals in icy rings and not rocky rings. So here we are then in the system. You can still do it old school. Pop off the discovery scanner and then jump into the system map. And then tab once and it gives you the information on each ring. So this is where you'd use the surface scanner. But unfortunately because I've already done it, I can't show you what it's like to do it in this video. But I can show you what it looks like before. And then after you've scanned it, obviously you can see the hot points. And now we've found the hot points, they show up in the contacts list to the left. So as we can see here, we've got void opals, hotspot, etc. I'd usually try and drop in on one that's away from a bromellite hotspot, so as you can see there, they're quite close. And I think I do manage to pick one that's actually on its own, as we'll see here. So I've tried to come out on the actual hotspot area and it doesn't really seem to matter. I normally find something about 100 kilometers away from it, but it's always something good to aim at when you first go in, and then I'd usually turn towards the planet so that you don't get lost. So we're going to start using the pulse analyzer, and as you can see, as you use it, the rocks glow. Different temperatures, I'm assuming, are different colours. The one thing not to fall into is don't try and mine from really big rocks. I'd definitely stay away from them and head for the more sort of smaller rocks. Shapes also seem to matter, so as you can see there, that one to the right, we'll get a good view of it here. sort of overlaps and looks like it should be blown up, but you can waste your time with it, but I wouldn't. I'd carry on until you find a nice small roundish one. When we find one, I'll maybe be able to try and describe it a little bit better. So just after a few minutes, I finally see a promising glowing rock in the distance. And let's see what we've found. So then, as you can see in the bottom left, it's not void opals.
Asteroid scan complete.
But these are definitely the kind of rocks that you're looking for. Again, not that one behind, which looks like it overlaps. Just sort of round, bobbly ones, I suppose you could describe them as. The void opals, they ones tend to look what would be a fine description of saying that they look like Thargoids, and we will get to that in a moment, but first to blow up we need to go about setting our charges, and basically that means you need to keep planting charges until the blue tick is ticked but the red X above it is not, for the best yield. And then after you've set your charges, you can either wait or disarm now, which gives you 10 seconds to get away. I'd recommend getting around 1 kilometre away to avoid taking damage. So unfortunately in the camera suite it doesn't sound very epic as there's no sound in space, but when I do the next one I do stay inside the cockpit. So now we've got to go about and use the abrasion blaster to blast off all the bits that were stuck to the inside, and then it's a simple task of using the collector limpets to scoop up all the fragments. So after that, I was on my way to try and find another rock. The thing in the bottom right got stuck on whatever amount of seconds it says. I can't quite see that, but that should have disappeared. I'm not sure why it's still there. And when I plant my next charge, it does actually reset, luckily. Blasting off from the rock that you've just blown up is usually a good idea. But then I could not believe my luck, as this is what I came to. I knew straight away you will just get used to the shape. And like I say, if you aim small and you really can't go wrong. And there we go, void opals, which we know we can get 1.6 million a ton for. So I went again about planting my charges. And after I blew this one up, I got a little bit excited and then nearly crashed my ship, and then did in the camera suite. So then, not my finest moment. Either way, we did come away with 17 tons of void opals just from that one rock. I did stay out a little bit longer, and I went back roughly, I think I clocked up about 45 million, and that was in half an hour. So as you can see, mining's become very lucrative. And if you want to get out there, I'd get out fast, because I have heard that they're thinking about changing it, which will be a shame. As always, if you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one.